guys, so thank you for checking out my video today. Today we have our April favorites, and to be honest, I cannot believe April just kind of just came, went. I don't even remember the middle of April, but just to make this video as short as possible, let's go ahead and get started. So for my April favorites, I went ahead and incorporated a few different things this time because some of my routine has kind of changed, and I'll go ahead and get started with the non-beauty products first, just kind of get those out of the way. So the first non-beauty product that I have is my workout bag. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys may have known that a month ago today I joined back into the gym, and I will touch base on that a little bit more in the future, but yeah, so it's been a month strong now, and I picked up this little bag at Ross for like $2, I want to say $2.98, and it's a little pink Puma bag. So just basically I throw my gym rag, like an extra tampon, my water bottle, my headphones, whatnot, and I just carry this with me to the gym. Another April favorite for me has been water. Like water, I've cut out all soda in my diet, and just for personal preferences, because I was dealing with a lot of breakouts, and so I decided I was gonna, if I'm gonna do this right, I'm just gonna drink water, or maybe a little bit of like fruit infused water, just cutting out that extra sugar that I really don't need. So water has been definitely a favorite of mine, and I'm sure it will be in the few months coming in, because it's gonna be definitely getting hot here in California. And I think that was it for my non-beauty favorites. So let's go ahead and get started into beauty favorites. And I'm not going to go in any order. I'm just going to pick up random stuff that's right here in front of me. So the first favorite that I have is my Dove deodorant. And I'm sorry if this is like all crusty and dirty around the sides, but this is what I use. So this is the Dove Go Fresh, and this is the Restore in the scent Blue Fig and Orange Blossom. So it's my armpit. I'm going to smell it. I love the way this smells. Now, this is not the invisible solid one. If I would have got the invisible, I probably would have been a little bit happier, but they didn't have it in this scent. So I just went with the regular antiperspirant deodorant from Dove. I love Dove. It just does what it says. It keeps it like extra soft underneath the pits there. Now, if you guys had watched one of my hauls earlier, before, you guys will know that I picked up some things from Victoria's Secret, and I'm going to tell you that an absolute favorite of mine this month has been the Victoria's Secret Pure Seduction. Look at this. This is, I don't even think it's been a month that I've used this. And the spray I'm loving also, and it's actually in my car right now. So what I decided to do was, I was only going to pull out my Victoria's Secrets like one by one. So that way I'm using all of them. I'm not having all of these different scents kind of scattered out on my vanity, because Lord knows I do not need any more stuff scattered on my vanity. So I'm just pulling out one by one. This was the first one that I got started on, which was my Pure Seduction, and I absolutely love it. So I know I will be repurchasing this again. Another favorite of mine, kind of just sticking with the scent theme, has been the Lady Gaga Fame rollerball that I picked up from Ulta. Now, this is my second one that I went through, hence because the first one I had it in my purse, and it was a little clutch that I was carrying, and I dropped my clutch, and it actually hit the floor pretty hard, and it hit it hard enough to break this. So this is really not a thick glass rollerball here, but you can see I've used quite a bit of it so far for the month, and I'm horrible about describing scents, so I'm not even going to describe it for you guys. But I really like it, and so it'll definitely be on a gift list as far as to get the full size once I use this all up, if I don't break it first. So another thing that I've just really been using a lot of this month is my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. So when I am wearing makeup, which is just usually Saturdays and Sundays, and so since it's starting to heat up here in California, I've been definitely opting for a setting spray. I think this is the trial size that I picked up because I wasn't sure if I wanted to try Model in a Bottle, if I wanted to try the Scandinavia setting spray. So I went with this. This is a cheaper and a smaller version. I was like, I want to see if I like it. I really like it because I noticed a difference. I noticed that I sweat a lot, and I'm not sweating off my makeup. So that's a plus. We'll see how it holds up to a higher humidity and a higher heat in the future. So that gets a thumbs up for me this month. Another thumbs up for me also is the Real Techniques. This is the Expert Face Brush. Now, I've been using this to apply my foundation. What I like about it is the ergonomics of the handle here, the ergonomics of it. And I also love that all the bristles are really, really, really packed well. So you're getting, if not any, really, really minimal shedding. So, shedding. There we go. Real minimal shedding, if not any. So, I'm sorry guys, I'm sick, so you can tell I kind of sound very congested and had a slight case of bronchitis and strep throat. So, sorry if some of these words are coming out a little bit different. That's probably the medication that I'm on. But anywho, back to what we were talking about. So what I've been using this for is to apply my foundation, and what I've been doing is starting off as stippling. So I noticed, like, when I'm using my MAC fluid, my fix fluid, it's a little bit thinner, so if I'm trying to buff out, it kind of smears a little bit too easily. So I'm starting by stippling out first, and then try to get as much stippled out, and then I go in and I buff in with this, and it's just been amazing. I love the way the finish is. And so I love all of Real Techniques brushes. I really haven't found one that I can like complain about. So if you guys have an Ulta, or if you look on Amazon.com, Ulta.com, you could definitely get these, and they're really worth the money, and they're economical. They're not something that's like outrageously expensive like the MAC brushes, which, you know, or some of like the Sedona Laces, or the oh, what is it called? Sigma brushes. So another favorite of mine this month has definitely been my nails. And if you follow me on Instagram, then you would have seen when I posted a picture of this manicure. Now, believe it or not, this manicure is a press-on manicure by the brand, by Broadway Nails, and it's called the Impress Nails. I think I've mentioned these in one of like my very first favorites, and let me tell you, I was really impressed the first time I used this. Second time around, I am just as impressed. Now, what it is just basically like a press-on manicure, and it is supposed to last for up to a week. I have proven that it can last up to a week. I work in where I'm sterilizing instruments, I wash dishes, I do all my home care that I have to do here around the house as far as chores, and it lasts. And one thing I can say is that probably about 4 to 5 days into it, you will start to get a growth out, obviously, because your nail beds underneath are growing out. So you get like a little ridge up at the top by like where the cuticles are. Nothing horrible, nothing that a regular artificial nail wouldn't give you, like when they start to lift. But like sometimes, like when you're doing your hair and stuff, your hair may get caught into it. I mean, it's not something that's horrible, something that's very fast. If like you didn't have time to get a manicure and you don't have time to paint your nails, go towards this. Now this color is, it doesn't say. I don't know what this color is, but I can tell you that the color that I have on is, this is like an orange red, and the name on this one is Totally Busted. So I've noticed that now the newer line of those Broadway Impress nails that came out, they have different lengths. So they have a shorter length and a longer length. I have not tried the longer length. I will keep with the shorter length just because I know myself and I know what I do, and I'll probably pop those off within, you know, the 3 days. I picked up, I fell for the gimmick, and I purchased the Naked Basics palette. This has been probably now 2 months, I want to say, that I purchased this, and yeah, I'm to the point to where I would probably throw away both of my Naked palettes and just keep this. Not that I will, because that would be just obviously wasting all that money, but Urban Decay could probably do away with those two and then just stick with this one. So my favorite shades are going to be Venus, WOS, Naked 2, and Faint. Just because I think this one and these two right here are just beautiful shades to just create an everyday look. It's nothing that's going to be too over dramatic. Now if you want to go dramatic, you definitely have a darker like a black color here, which is Crave, and you have some different kind of highlight colors here also. So definitely look into the Naked Basics palette. Well worth your $27 that you're going to pay for this. You can do lots of looks with this, and you can also use just some of the shades to highlight and blend out some of your favorite shades. other eyeshadows. Another favorite of mine has been the Maybelline, and I hate showing this because I think this one was a limited edition, but I'm gonna put it out there anyways. It's the Color Tattoo, the 24-hour Color Tattoos, and this one is in 100 Barely Beige. So I've used a lot of that this month, and it's just because I think it's just a very pretty champagne overall base color, and just building up with my Naked Basics over that, I'm good to go. Another thing that I'm going to show you is actually something that I picked up at the Dollar Tree a couple weeks ago, and I've used it a few times, and you know, I really wasn't into this brand because I just, you know how you're kind of like, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. I worry about breakouts. I worry about something that, like, you know, is my skin gonna be allergic to it. But nevertheless, I gave it a try because I figured it was just an eye product. This is the LA Colors Shimmering Loose Eyeshadow, and this is in the color Honeysuckle, and it's just this very pretty shimmery, I want to say in between like an orange brown color. So I'll try to see if I can pick up some of the pigment here that you guys can see without dropping any of it. Mix this with a little bit of your Max Fix Fluid, excuse me, your Max Fix Plus, or even your e.l.f. I mix it with my e.l.f. This is the Makeup Mist and Set. I mix that together to kind of give it a watered, I don't want to say a watered down effect, but something to just kind of make it into a thicker paste, and I pat that on and it just looks beautiful. Another favorite for eyes has been the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil, Eye Pencil, and this is in Perversion. I picked this up when I picked up my my Basics palette, and I'm just loving it. This one and the color Zero, actually the Urban Decay pencils are the only pencils that I can actually put on my waterline that will stay for a minimal of time. Any other makeup that I'm putting on, any other eyeliners that I'm putting on my waterline, they just, I think because my waterline is just really watery. Okay, so we're going to get into a couple lipsticks, and the first two are from MAC, and this is actually a combo that I've been wearing. Candy Yum Yum I've had for a while. I purchased it, and it actually looks a little dirty, sorry. Candy Yum Yum I purchased when it came out from the, when MAC was doing the favorites, like where you had to vote, and they brought the favorites back out as far as the limited edition ones, and I was able to get one. And then they put it into their permanent line, so then I was like, I really don't have to worry about it. If I want another one, I can order it. So that was Candy Yum Yum, and I'm using it with Blankety. So Candy Yum Yum on its own for me is just a little too much. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my base down as far as my lip liner and Candy Yum Yum, and then I'm actually going over a little bit with Blankety. And it makes the prettiest pink color. It's still a bright pink, but it's not that fluorescent pink. I kind of have to be careful with some of the fluorescent colors that I wear due to the hair color that I have. So this gets onto my next lip color, which I'm actually wearing today, and this is Milani's. Gosh, and I love the way they smell. They smell almost like a bubble gum. Well, my sinuses is like actually jacked up, so I might be smelling something different, but it reminds me of a bubble gum, like a grapey bubble gum. This is number 12, and Flamingo Pose. I would think Flamingo Rose, but it's not. It's actually Flamingo Pose. Pose. And it's just this very bright, corally pink color. So corals are a favorite of mine. And actually what I'm wearing on top of the Milani lipstick today, which has been a favorite, is this Revlon lip gloss. And this is in number 180 Pink Pop. So you can just see it's just a very, very hot pink. There's that. I didn't swatch any of the other ones, but I'm not going to because you guys already know what they look like. Don't have to go into that. So let's get on to a couple face products. So I picked up a palette from T-Mart, and it's a concealer palette. and it's a cream concealer palette. So I wanted to play around with the different shades as far as like the tones to correct, being the pink and the green and the white. But then I also looked into these cream concealers right here as far as for contouring. So I've been mixing these two together, and I really like the way that comes out. And you know, it's really inexpensive, so definitely check them out. Some of their brush qualities, I'm gonna tell you, no. But with this, I mean, for like under 10 bucks, I want to say, it was a steal, and it came super, super fast. And so I definitely been using that when I'm going like an all type glam makeup looks. If I'm doing something natural, no. Something else I've been wearing probably about day in and day out, because you guys know from my makeup routine during the week I really don't wear much. If anything, it's just a gloss on my lips, some concealer and mascara. And I've been incorporating Bare Minerals Warmth. Now this is just an overall I want to say like in between a bronzer, but it just kind of gives you like a live look, you know, like you have like that hint of color. I used to be a faithful Bare Minerals makeup wearer before I really got into a lot of makeup, and so since I tried a lot of different brands, I kind of forgot about my Bare Minerals and put it to the side. I was like, you know what? I used to wear this every day. It didn't really give me any trouble. I'm going to try it out again. And when I put it on, I fell back in love with this product, the Warmth. Now, just for an overall healthy bronzer, when I wear full-on makeup, I've been wearing NYC's bronzer in Sunny. And this is just a basic matte bronzer. So you see there's no shimmer, there's nothing like that in there. And so what I'm doing is I will add some color to my face with this bronzer, because right now my skin and my foundation really doesn't match. So before I go invest in any other darker foundation, I'm putting this on and then just kind of overall bronzing and giving my face some color with this. And then I will go in and contour with something else a little bit darker. Another Milani product that's been a favorite of mine this month has been the Coralina Baked Blush. So it just has like this pretty coral orangey blush color with some gold sparkle in there, and the baked blushes are just, they're amazing. I like when they go on and gives you a little bit of highlight there. You don't have to add too much more. And then on top of that, I've been using for my highlights this month has been the Hard Candy So Baked Bronzer, and this is in 129 Cheeky. Excuse me. This has been 129 Tiki. So as you can see, it's just like this goldy type bronzer, or excuse me, highlighter. And just, you know, putting it right here. I'm applying it with my finger, and then I'll go out and I'll buff it out with one of the brushes there. So alright guys, well that concludes my favorites for this month. If you guys did an April favorites, definitely let me know some of your favorites below, or some of the products that you would like me maybe to try out and see if they will be a favorite of mine in the future. Or you can attach a video in a message and I will definitely check it out. So until next time, love your style, love your body, love your curves. I love mine.